In today's video, we are going to study Tesla stock and describe the most important key points to watch right here, right now, that could possibly culminate in a reversal, because this downtrend looks just unstoppable. So is there any hope for it? In addition, we will study the main market movements and how these movements can impact on our beloved stocks. So welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan. It is very nice to see you guys over here. And yes, we are trying to react. Tesla is up more than 3% right now the moment I'm recording this video. And by closing at such high level, we're gonna see Tesla closing above the previous candlestick's high for the first time since January 8th over here. So in more than 20 days, it is gonna be something new, and this could be a quite interesting pattern, suggesting that Tesla could bounce a little bit more, a little bit higher. However, any bullish thesis on Tesla stock is going to be very hard to materialize, because although short-term bounces are quite plausible, the midterm trend is still very bearish. Why? Because we are below many support levels. We are below the 194, the previous bottom level from October 2023. We are below the 206, which is another very important key point, which did act as a support level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the past, and recently we broke the support level thanks to earnings, by the way. So we see these two key points as major resistance levels. In addition to these resistance levels, we see the 21 EMA on the daily chart, the 21 exponential moving average, which is pointing downwards, and it is way above the price right now. So even if the price bounces, as far as I know, as far as I'm aware, we could easily do this. We could easily bounce to the 21 EMA area again, just to drop, just to resume the bearish sentiment. So as long as we stay below all of these resistance levels, the midterm trend will remain bearish. If you want to see Tesla recovering, if you want to see Tesla reversing this midterm bias, you gotta see Tesla breaking these key points, and it is very important for Tesla to start making higher highs, higher lows again, because so far we are just crashing. We crashed, we lost all of its support levels. We don't see any recovery signal right now, but if Tesla starts making higher highs, higher lows, that's going to be one of the best bullish reversal structures that Tesla could possibly make over here. So far, yes, we don't see any meaningful midterm bullish reversal, although I believe Tesla could bounce easily to higher levels. As long as we stay under these resistance points, Tesla is not gonna truly recover. But there is another problem, because although Tesla could recover, I really wonder how Tesla could perform if the broad market corrects as well. Because we see SPY going up nicely, great. Do we see any top signal on SPY? No, SPY is still incredibly bullish. We are still above all of its short and midterm support levels. See, unlike Tesla, which is below its support levels, which is below its resistance levels, we see SPY doing the inverse. The 21 EMA is below the price. Every single time we reach the 21 EMA, we just bounce back up, and we are above the previous support levels, which are the all-time high, which is the $477, and of course the 21 EMA. So we are above all of its midterm support levels, and so far there is not a single top signal. All right, QQQ is also incredibly bullish. It is looking a little bit weaker than SPY, but the midterm trend is still very bullish. Even if the indices trigger a pullback, even if they correct to their support levels, even if SPY reaches this yellow area over here, which is a triple support level made by, again, 479, the previous all-time high from 2022, 477, and the 21 EMA. Even if QQQ also triggers a sharper correction to the 21 EMA on the daily chart, to the 412, which was a previous top level from December 28, 2023, all right? So we could easily see the indices correcting to their support areas, And this is not going to ruin the midterm bullish bias on the indices. They are still going to be very bullish, but I wonder if they trigger a pullback, how could Tesla perform? I mean, could Tesla drop more from here? We already crashed from the previous top to right now nearly 30%. Could we drop a little bit more? Well, yes, we could, because long-term speaking, we have yet to reach its support area on the weekly chart, which is the support line of this descending channel. We are still above this key point. We are making a very shy, humble reaction on the weekly chart, but we have yet to reach this support level. So theoretically, Tesla could still drop a little bit more. It could simply reject the idea of a bounce. It could find a resistance level around the 194 just to drop all the way down to the support line of this descending channel, because Tesla is still very bearish. So I really wonder if the indices start to correct, how could Tesla behave? Honestly, I believe that this scenario I just described is very plausible, but I gotta confess that recently Tesla has been quite detached from the broad market. But I do believe that if the sentiment turns very bearish on the indices, Tesla could drop a little bit more. So it all depends on how Tesla is going to react from here, is going to react this week, and on how the indices are going to react as well. On the bright side, there is not a single top signal. They are still performing very well, and many stocks are looking great. For instance, this month we nailed many targets on many stocks that I shared on our Telegram channel. Bullish signals, for instance, Adobe, Wells Fargo, they are doing very well. They already reached our targets, but there are other stocks that are performing insanely well, like Ulta, J, Dropbox. I gave you guys buy signals on these stocks this month, and they are performing insanely well. So if you do want to trade with me, if you want to have access to sophisticated trading strategies, winning trading strategies, join our Telegram channel right now so you can take advantage of our signals, of our strategies. I'm gonna give you guys more ideas today. Probably if I don't share my ideas today, I'm gonna share them tomorrow. It all depends on how the market is going to behave from here. Remember, we are swing traders. We are performing very well. This market is clearly bullish. Many stocks are looking insanely good, but Tesla is not that good. But I do agree that if we see Tesla reacting, it is going to be a very insane reaction. Probably Tesla is going to be our best stock next month if everything goes according to the plan. I do have some strategies on Tesla to trade Tesla right now, and I already shared these ideas on our Telegram channel, but right now I do believe that we should proceed very carefully because the situation is dangerous. So we gotta follow a crystal clear strategy. So let's just consider that Tesla could bounce to the 21 EMA again. If Tesla bounces to the 21 EMA, it is not going to reverse the midterm bullish sentiment, but we are talking about a more than 10% upside potential. So if you ask me, Tesla is one of the most interesting stocks right now. It has an enormous potential if it actually reverses this bearish bias, but we gotta see more confirmation. We gotta see Tesla actually making something good in order to fly again. If Tesla flies again, if Tesla breaks this descending channel upwards, then I will be convinced that the long-term bearish bias is going to be rejected over here. But honestly, I think that's going to be very difficult to materialize, but hey, maybe it is going to happen. Who am I to predict the future, right? I'm just a retail trader sharing my ideas and thoughts here on this channel, which, by the way, you are invited to subscribe because I'm here every single day talking about Tesla, Spike, QQ, Nvidia, which is a monster stock. Right now, it is going up insanely high. I told you guys on our Telegram channel that by breaking the $500, we were going to reach $625. We nailed this target over here with an astonishing precision, and right now, apparently, we are stabilizing on the bright side, we don't see any crystal clear top signal yet. So Nathan, are you worried about Nvidia? Why? Why $625? Because it was the technical target of this rectangle chart pattern. It is the size of the pattern projected in the direction of the breakout, all right? It was a very simple and easy target to aim. So we nailed this target together, and right now I don't see any meaningful top signal on Nvidia, but if we do see, I don't believe it is going to ruin the bullish bias, just like Tesla could easily go up to the 21 EMA, and that's not going to ruin the bearish bias again. So we gotta be extremely careful and watch these key points very closely from here, all right? Oh, and there is one more thing. We see this little gap over here, monster gap, earnings gap. If Tesla closes this gap over here, I do believe we will have another signal, another technical evidence that this bearish sentiment, that this crash over here is exhausted. We already described how Tesla is oversold in our previous videos, but by closing this gap this week, preferably this week, I see another technical evidence that Tesla is going to recover and seek higher levels. Maybe the 230s over here, maybe the upper line of this descending channel. So we gotta watch these key points very closely from here. 194 resistance, 206 resistance, gap resistance, 21 EMA on the daily chart. So let's watch all of these key points very closely from here. I'm gonna keep you guys updated every single day in this channel, therefore subscribe. Thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow.